Gin is a very crowded market. There are so many people getting into gin. So if you don't have a selling story, you cannot survive in the market. I think we have a story which is very true, which is very authentic and very relevant to the times we are living in.
Today we have Bhagya with us, the name that has been going viral across Kerala and across India as well as Ireland. Maharani Gin, and the person who is involved behind Maharani Gin. We have Bhagya here to talk more about how she has started this revolution, or the rebel revolution. Welcome, Bhagya.
Thank you, Vijay, and hi everyone. It's such a pleasure to have this opportunity to interact with all of you. I hope I won't bore you guys much in this conversation.
I'll do the session in a bit of English as well as in Malayalam. If we talk about Ireland market, the gin market itself, you have a Hendrix and you have got that drum shando over there, there in the market. So how does Maharani Gin fit in? So you fit in as a premium category?
Not a premium category, especially we have all the elements which make it premium, especially the story. Gin is a very crowded market. There are so many people getting into gin. So if you don't have a selling story, you cannot survive in the market. I think we have a story which is very true, which is very authentic and very relevant to the times we are living in. And also the source of the botanicals which we procured, it's far away. So, and the taste is also something very unique. It haven't been, those kind of ingredients have never been used before. So it qualifies as a premium gin. And it's right up the alley of Monkey 47 or Drum Shandro and all those things.
Since you spoke about the ingredients or the spices that go inside your Maharani Gin, if you are getting this, how do you get it?
So Banamulika and the women's collective. So they actually does what they did was they export spices and also they export coffee, Wayanad and coffee to Germany. Germany and France are their bigger market. Okay. And they have a buyer in UK. It's called World of Origins. It's also run by a Malayali. So they work with him to get the product into the Europe. So we all three of us worked collaboratively. So we went there and we found the product was very good. The quality was good. And with the help of World of Origins, they were able to ship it to our place because that's how it has to travel, right? India is the land of spices, and Kerala, of course, have a long spice trade route between India and Ireland. And when we were looking for the place, I knew I had to go to Wayanad because I have some nostalgic feeling about Wayanad. I love Wayanad and all those. So Wayanad was in the head for me. So I was Googling actually, and it came up on the second or the third page. But what caught my attention was the women's collective in it. As a women in corporate industry, globally there is a big push for women into leadership roles and getting a 50-50, kind of balance to the leadership roles in the corporate and across, I think, in big industries. So there is a big shift which is happening even in the industry. So, and also the women's collective idea, I think it kind of connects with what I believe in. So I just told, hey, look, Robert, we found something like this. Shall we get in touch with them? Last order, we were like, okay, നമുക്ക് നാട്ടിൽ ഒന്ന് പോയി നോക്കാം, ചേച്ചിമാരെയൊക്കെ ഒന്ന് കണ്ടു നോക്കാം എങ്ങനെയുണ്ടെന്ന്. ഞാനും റോബും അങ്ങനെ പോയി. അപ്പം നമ്മൾ ക്വാളിറ്റി ഒക്കെ വളരെ ഹാപ്പി ആയിരുന്നു. ആൻഡ് ഓൾസോ നമ്മൾ ആ ടൈമിൽ പോയപ്പോൾ നമ്മൾ ഓർഗാനിക് ഫാമേഴ്സിന്റെ ഒക്കെ വീട്ടിലൊക്കെ പോയി. സോ ഇറ്റ് ഇസ് വെരി ഇൻട്രസ്റ്റിംഗ്, റൈറ്റ്? നമ്മുടെ ആ ഒരു ചുറ്റുപാടുള്ള ഒരു വീട്ടില് ഇറ്റ്സ് നോട്ട് ബിഗ് സ്കെയിൽ ഫാമിംഗ്, ലൈക് സസ്റ്റൈനബിൾ ഫാമിംഗ്. സോ ദിസ് ഇസ് ഓൾ ദ ടോക്ക് ഓഫ് ദ ടൈംസ്. So yeah, and I think this really we were very interested in this whole social aspect of it. So we are like, okay, and we were also very happy with the quality of the product. And then we are like, hey, this is it. And then we got the products from there and we made this gin.
Awesome. Tell me about the blind date, because this would not have happened if that blind date had not happened. So tell me about that.
So we met online. നമ്മൾ ഓൺലൈനിലാണ് മീറ്റ് ചെയ്തത്. So Rob actually Tinder അല്ല, നമ്മൾ Tinder വഴിയല്ല. We met through a dating site which is more for a serious relationship. Okay. So I was actually looking for partners in India also, but then I was 30 and in India 30 is like expiry date എല്ലാം പോയ ഒരു കേസല്ലേ. I'm a തലച്ചീന്റെ. Why not try? And I met actually Rob when I was around 29. And Rob on a first message, but I was like, oh, should I go and date someone outside my culture and all? My brother should I meet? And then my brother was kind of, he's younger to me, but he was like, why do you think he's from a different race? You just go and see how he is as a person. Yeah, and if he is a good person, that's it. Your color or different race doesn't matter. And then I met Rob, and I was instantly attracted to his intelligence. He's a very intelligent man, and our relationship is very solid on mutual respect. We respect each other's space, and we give space so that each other can grow and flourish together as well. Yeah, I was very attracted to him in the first time itself, and he did his homework also. He was like, "Oh, Kollam is the land of cashew nuts and all." I am like, "Okay, this man has did some homework." And Malayali, if something is said good about our place, we are like romantic. After our first date, we used to meet every weekend. I was living in Limerick and Rob was in Cork, so every weekend we made an effort to meet and pursue this, because it's hard. Running different cities, it's very hard to pursue a relationship. Yeah, but we both made an effort to he used to come to Limerick a week, I used to come to Cork, so we kind of worked to ensure that we can actually take this to the next step. And he met my parents in 2016 Onathinu. And wow. Acha was like, Achan and Amma also very liked, because they like he's very well read, and you can actually have a conversation with him. It's just not you talk about cinemas. He's very well read, and so my Achan and Amma also liked him. And then if my Achan and Amma and my family likes, I don't care about the rest of the world. And with the blessings of them, we married in 2017 in Kollam. My family support system is big, and Robert's family is also very welcoming towards us. So I think as a family unit, both our families are very well knit, and because of that, we are able to pursue the dreams which we want to accomplish. So
Irish people are very open and very receptive.
Yeah, very happy people.
Yes,
and
very
because
happy.
they have a long expat history also. They have migrated to Australia, America, so they are very welcoming for expat towards. They're very welcoming. So for them, I am Bhagya. I'm just Bhagya. It's not Bhagya from India or Kollam, nothing.
അടുത്ത പ്രൊഡക്റ്റ് റം എന്ന് പറഞ്ഞിട്ട് റോബർട്ട് ഹാഡ് വാസ് മെൻഷനിങ് ദാറ്റ് യു ആർ ലുക്കിംഗ് അറ്റ് റം ആസ് എ നെക്സ്റ്റ് പ്രൊഡക്റ്റ്. അപ്പോൾ അതിന് ഹാവ് യു ഡിസൈഡഡ് ഓൺ എനി നെയിം സിമിലർ ടു മഹാറാണി ജിൻ? Started thinking about
actually our idea was to go into rum early next year.
Okay.
And Robert's idea was, hey, look, the first product is more like there's a fusion, but it is heavily inclined on to my roots. So his idea was to get it a little bit more Celtic inclined, more for the Irish roots, because we are a global company, and we are in Europe, and we want to connect to everyone across the world. So most likely from the design aspect, it would mostly incline towards the Irish roots of it, but still have some elements from Kerala, because some of the stuff would be sourced from Kerala. But right now, 2021 was what we were planning for rum, but considering the demand which we have for Maharani now, I think our current plan is to push Maharani as much as we can and then focus on rum. I think that is the most wise thing to do now. Instead of focusing on two things, just focus on one thing, establish it, and get moved to the other one. So that's the plan. Yeah.
Great. That's true. Talking about Maharani Gin, again, I am coming back to the logo unit, the small nuances that you have put in the bottling, Moksham, and then you have used that wall in terms of the logo unit and all. So again, I am coming back to the haiku in the connotation that we had between our friends in terms of talking that. ഞങ്ങൾ സംസാരിച്ചപ്പോൾ ഈ മോക്ഷം എന്ന് പറഞ്ഞ എഴുതിയിട്ടായിരുന്നല്ലോ. സോ അപ്പൊ ഞങ്ങൾ പറഞ്ഞത് ഇത് അടിച്ചിട്ട് ഹൈ ആയിട്ട് നല്ല മോക്ഷം കിട്ടും. അപ്പൊ
we can interpret it that way also.
You had put lot of small elements into that labeling. So how did you decide on that, and who helped you in terms of
so actually the design did not happen in a month or two, or even few days. We took almost 18 months to finalize on a design. So Irish Food Board have actually co-funded the design and PR and all those in here. So we worked with a team in Dublin. They are called Slater team. So they had like 3 routes which you could take for the product, and we decided on this route because we wanted the story of hardworking women to be told, and we had a couple of names and all, and then Maharani name was my idea because I think it just connects all the elements together. And we wanted to write it in Malayalam because we have seen some brands source something from Portugal, and they have a kind of their labeling. They have the Portuguese in it. So that me and Rob likes. We kind of like craft stuff. We love craft beers and craft stuff. So we are a huge fan of Mikkeller beers, and we love the Mikkeller branding. So amazing, isn't it? Mikkeller branding.
I think they have done a tie-up with Burger King also recently, I think.
But yes. Oh, and we collect it. So if you look, I have a huge collection of not here, so there somewhere Mikkeller stuff. So I kind of collect and hoard it as well. So we both love it. So this German brand with that Portuguese thing, it was somewhere behind in our heads. For I think it was there, and also me being a proud Malayali, I wanted Malayalam to be reflected as well. So we decided to write it in Malayalam as well. And there was a lot of thought process, and I think even the label is very small, but there's a lot of information in that particular label, and it also, it's just not about just drinking, and it's also an opportunity for the people to discover a new place, right? And generally India is considered a little bit patriarchal, but we want to show that India is hey, look, we have something else to say to the world as well. So I think we have been pretty successful in doing that aspect to it, and I'm really happy. How we came across to Moksham, that is a question. So it is like, spice is not much used in gin. It is mostly floral or citrus or piney flavor. That's the kind of feel you have mostly in the gin. The spice is not quite used. So we were like, okay, so liberation of spirit and spice. Spirit is the actual alcohol spirit, and spice, and to liberate it, celebrate it. So what better name to write it? Moksha is the better name to write it. So we like, okay, liberation of spirit and spice. So Moksham, I think, and also when they say Moksham, they will be like, oh, okay, why Moksham? So they will definitely go and read about it. We want people to go ahead and know more about our product, just not get drunk. And we want people to enjoy the drink, not just drink to get pump. Drink responsibly. Yeah.
And the beauty of Malayalam language itself is that you can use words, the single one word, and it can give a lot of depth, meaning, and it gives you a lot of different angles to that.
Ways to look at it. Yes, exactly.
So that's the beauty of our language of Malayalam. So it's a great story. And what is the pricing that you have currently for if someone wants to buy Maharani Gin? What is the price for a bottle of?
So currently we are 700 mil, and we are a premium gin, and we are priced at 49. So in shops it's at 49. In Europe we do actually shipping to Germany and other markets, but shipping charge would be a little bit high, shipping cost. And if you buy it from you can actually, we have a producer's license, manufacturing license, which allows us to sell alcohol in premises until 7. So if you come over to Cork to a still distillery and buy, it's going to be somewhere around 39-40.
Coming to the challenges that people face with COVID, so is there a possibility of looking at technology coming into Rebel Distillery in terms of augmented reality or artificial intelligence?
When we designed our website, we had this idea of giving a virtual tour. Currently our website is designed by a team in Delhi. So online shopping is not yet up. So in our stockist page, we have put portals where you can go into their page and shop, but we haven't put our online shop because testing is still in progress. Virtual reality, yes, but there's a lot, we need to find out how. But yeah, that was there in our head, but not now, but later. Yeah, it was there in my head. Yeah.
Great. And because you spoke about the challenge that you're facing in terms of interacting with the customers and responding to them. So are you planning to look at something like a artificial intelligence or a chatbot to interact with the customers and give them the basic
I
information
think
and things like that?
with social media that can be a very effective tool, right? So I've started like Rebel City Distillery. We have a page in both Instagram and Facebook as well, and we have followers from across the Ireland also, which is mostly in English speaking. So, and I have my own page recently created because have been flooded with so many friend requests since so it is insane. So it looks like I cannot add everyone in my personal
Correct.
page. I am adding as much as I can, but I also need to protect my family and
Yes.
my privacy. So I've created up a new page called Bhagya Barrett Maharani Gin. So my plan is to interact with the Malayalees through that, do videos and answer their questions, and rather than just putting it in the main Rebel City page, because it might not be that might not work for the whole crowd
Correct.
which we have. And I think I I am the face of Kerala as well for this product. So I think that is the way we are planning. So I can keep interacting in Malayalam, and people can get to know more. And we are also planning, as we make more, and I'll just show it little bit sneak peek of stuff which is happening inside the distillery, because people are curious. In India, I think we have alcohol business, but it's not a regulated business, right? It is just so many. I think more than 40% what we consume is not legal. So people think it is like a water.
Yes.
So Rob actually in here we have an MS in distilling, which is none of us aware of. Even Rob has an MS in distilling, and Rob was saying in his course there was a couple of Indians from Bangalore and Kolkata as well.
Okay.
The Bangalore fellow, he made something with shoe flower,
Wow.
Chembrati.
Okay.
Chembrati Poo, and his Kolkata friend, he opened up a brewery in Scotland. So there is globally there is an actual education which gives you, which gives you an overview how to do things legally, and following all the quality standards, and ensuring that we are not doing something which will make people sick or something. So yeah,
No,
I think I
that's
went over the place the question.
no, that's okay. So it's nice to see people experimenting with different the thing. So since you spoke about Vache, so I'll go back to Kollam and my engineering days in TKM. അപ്പോൾ അവിടെ കൊല്ലത്ത് you have lot of this കള്ള് shop. So uh, so people who know that you're from Kollam and you know the what do you call it, the ecosystem of toddy shops and things like that.
Hmm.
Uh, and so did that help you in terms of putting together this product?
Um, I think so. In some ways, we came up with a design which actually resonates with the Malayali people, and they could connect to it. I think Malayalis are very progressive people. We are progressive people, and what surprises me is I'm getting a lot of positive responses from men, and I think it's a new times where. We have seen in the past men trying to bring down the women, but what I see is everyone is so supportive, but occasionally I see some bad messages, but that is very teeny percentage. It's mostly chechi. I think everyone calls me chechi now.
Maharani Gin.
So I think I am their Alkari chechi or Vatigari chechi or whatever.
Yeah,
So
it's nice. It's like see, it's how you take it and take the messages in the right manner and go about
yeah,
it.
yeah.
Yeah. So and when you travel the globe and you see meet a lot of people and you understand the
Hmm,
different spheres of life and cultures, then you are in a better position to accept the
correct.
different
Criticism.
criticisms in the right manner. So that's
Correct.
what
Yeah.
I've understood in the last few years when I've been traveling. It's like because
Traveling opens up your mind, right? ഞാൻ ഇതുവരെയ്ക്കും 26 countries പോയിട്ടുണ്ട്. I love traveling. I travel for my work and also for vacations. We both, Rob and me, goes together for travels. I go with my friends. Even after marriage, I kind of maintain my independence. I have my own me time as well with my friends. So I love traveling, and I think traveling really kind of Yeah, or else you think, oh, we live in a world, this is a perfect world. Once
Correct.
you go and see things, I'm like, oh, things work better there, or things are worse there. And so it gives you a perspective.
What is the message that you have for all the Malayalis out there? Whatever the video that you post, so automatically അത് ഏതെങ്കിലും ഒരു വാട്സ്ആപ്പ് ഗ്രൂപ്പിൽ ഇങ്ങനെ കറങ്ങി തിരിഞ്ഞ് എല്ലാ മലയാളികൾക്കും it goes like a viral thing and reaches everyone. So
If you look at that video, so I was just going for a walk and I'm like, people are saying, Chechi, so many messages about this Maharani and also I just did it. But it looks like that video is first being circulated a lot.
so see what people like is that you have put it as it is. It is not that you have put some creative around it or you have added some sound or music to that and things like that.
Yeah, yeah.
You have put it across as a normally how a Malayali does the unboxing of any bottle. അതായത് നമുക്കൊരു പുതിയ കുപ്പി കിട്ടിയിട്ടുണ്ട് ഇതാണ് സംഭവം എന്ന് പറഞ്ഞിട്ട് ആൾക്കാർ ഫ്രണ്ട്സിനടുത്ത് ഷെയർ ചെയ്യുന്ന പോലെയാണ് you have actually spoken
Yeah.
to people, and I think that is what has connected with people in a real authentic manner,
True.
I would say. And
I think people can connect to the way I talk also, regardless of how I talk in English and Malayalam, and sometimes Tamil also will come. If you look at that video, Kuriya Shikram and all I'm telling, because I was in China for so long. But I think people can connect somehow. I'm glad, and then I hope that things go positively. And it would be challenging for me, I would say, because women coming into alcohol business is quite unusual in India. I am not sure if, and especially in Malayalam, I haven't seen much. So there might be some sect of people who might not like it, and they might bully. I'm very much aware, and I think I need to grow a thick skin. Today morning, I was a little bit overwhelmed with some of the messages, and I was like, "What?" But then I'm thinking most of the messages are positive. I just need to ignore and just move on. Also, it's very important that Malayalam Kerala has an international product now, so it is a big thing for even Kerala people, because if this is gonna get a bigger attention in the rest of the world, we Malayalis can be proud about it
oh
also,
yes,
right?
definitely. See, Malayalis, we are spread across the globe and all, and I can see people who are spread across. I think 150 countries Malayalis are there, which
Yeah,
is
yeah.
gonna be a achievement in itself. I don't think any country or any
Malayalis are even in
different.
moon, as they say. Na? Nayarpeta would be selling the tea in even in moon.
അതെ നമുക്ക് എവിടെ പോയാലും ഒരു ചായക്കട ഉണ്ടാവും എന്നുള്ളത് that is
I
correct.
know.
Yes.
So
So it's a high time that Malayalis have their own unique identities coming up in this thing,
yes.
and we have been doing lot of things in the last 50, 60 years, or even if you look at the history also, Kerala itself has stood apart from whatever that has happened in India as well as across the globe. We have
Oh,
got
totally.
a lot of things which goes into trade,
Yeah.
especially in trade with Vasco da
Yes,
Gama
yes.
coming in. And Kollam, talking about Kollam, the cashew
Cashew nuts.
industry,
Yeah, yeah.
and there's a lot of Chinese trade investments which happened, Marco
Yeah,
Polo
yeah.
coming in. So
Mm.
there's a lot of history that goes to Kerala and this thing. And I think എന്താ പറയാ നമ്മള് റബൽ ആണ് നമുക്ക് മലയാളികൾ റബൽ ആണ്
We are. We
we
are.
are so
We are all rebels. I think rebel is not confined to any ideologies, or revolution is not just a local term. Revolution is a global term. Anyone who rebels to stand out and make a difference in society is a rebel. You just need not believe in one ideology to be a rebel, right? So
so
I
so
think we Malayalis have that spirit, because women empowerment ഒക്കെ ഇപ്പോഴാണ് ഇവിടെ സംസാരിക്കുന്നത്. We have Kudumbashree when 1990s.
yes
So that is actually women empowerment. We started when
yes
1990s. That's a big thing, man. And we
yes
should Malayals should be proud about it. And
yes
that's the thing which we want to showcase to the world.
yes
Yeah. So
and when a
I
time
think
when the whole world is looking up to our health minister Shailaja teacher,
exactly,
who's doing an
exactly.
incredible job in terms of pulling things
Phenomenal job she's
together.
doing. Yes.
And I think that shows that Kerala as a state is very open in terms of helping women
Ah,
grow in their careers and give them their
yes.
own unique space of doing things in their manner. So yes,
Yeah.
and I think the last 10 to 15 years, I think there's been a phenomenal change in which the people in Kerala have started embracing this whole
Yes.
upliftment of women.
That the conversation have begun earlier. I think now people like that kind of stuff. People respect that kind of independence and all those. And I think it's very good. നമ്മൾ നവോത്ഥാനത്തിന്റെയൊക്കെ ഒരു നാട്ടുകാരല്ലേ. I
അതെ
think അതിന്റെയൊക്കെ ഇത് കാണാതിരിക്കോ.
അതെ correct. So I'll just touch upon TKM and Kollam. So when
Mm.
I joined engineering back in the 1999, I joined the engineering. സോ അപ്പൊ ഞാൻ കോളേജിൽ കയറിയപ്പോ ആദ്യം കയറിയപ്പോ ഫസ്റ്റ് ഡേ ഐ എം സിറ്റിംഗ് ഇൻ മൈ ക്ലാസ് ആൻഡ് ഐ കൻ ഹിയർ ദാറ്റ് എന്താ പറയുക സമരം ആണ് ആ സമയത്ത് കോട്ട ചെങ്കോട്ട ടി കെ ഒരു ചെങ്കോട്ട എന്ന് പറഞ്ഞത്. So I was just thinking about when we talk about the rebel and the revolutions and all, even the student community from there itself, like നമ്മളൊരു it's a different
I know
mix of
where you are going to land.
yes.
Go on.
I don't want to take the political thing, but anyway, I'm saying in terms of the whole what do you call euphoria of people going out and telling what they feel that okay, this is what is right and talking about that. It's there in Kerala and Malayali, so I think that has helped in terms of connecting that with the rebel city Cork. I think it has been
Cork itself is a rebel, right? Cork എന്തോരം revolutionaries മൈക്കൽ കോളിൻസ് മക്സ്വീനി പോലുള്ള എത്രയോ റെബൽസ് പൊരുതി നേടിയ ഒരു ഇൻഡിപെൻഡൻസ് അവർ. സോ കോർക്ക് ആൻഡ് കേരള, ഐ തിങ്ക് വി ആർ കണക്റ്റഡ് വിത്ത് ദാറ്റ് factor also. So I think together we were able to, I think me and Rob is a great team, and together we actually made something which connects to both, and we are so happy about it.
നമ്മുടെ മലയാളികൾക്ക് എപ്പോ മഹാറാണി ജിൻ കയ്യിൽ കിട്ടും?
മലയാളികൾ കുറച്ച് വെയിറ്റ് ചെയ്യേണ്ടി വരും, because to import anything into India, especially alcohol, is very complicated. You have centered taxes, and then you have state taxes, and so it's a little bit complicated also from the financial aspect of it. And currently we are a craft distillery, so we make everything handcrafted. So it's me, Rob, we together do everything. We fill it, we label it, so it's kind of time consuming process. So once our sales volume goes up, so production cost is expected to come down, and once the production cost come down, I think we can actually look into options of getting into India. But it's such a great response we're getting from Kerala. We never even thought it will get this much response, not even in our wildest dreams. So it's a time for us to kind of take a step back and focus on production, because once the more the sales comes up in Ireland and in Europe, the faster we can push it into rest of the continents. So yeah, it will take a while, but considering the interest level in the Indian market, we really want to jump and export tomorrow itself, but it's not that easy, because it's not alcohol is not an easy business to do.
Yes.
So we just need to figure out, and hopefully so.
നമ്മൾ മലയാളികൾ, there is a huge community in Ireland itself. There is a huge Malayali community in Ireland itself. So for them now currently, whether they will have to travel to Cork to taste Maharani Gin, or is it available across say the Tesco's and the Aldi's of Ireland?
So right now we are Cork based, right? So as a startup, as a small startup, to even get a listing in any shop, it's very, very challenging. But we pretty much managed to get on Super Values and some good off license in Cork, and even we managed to make our gin as a house gin in some of the reputed restaurants in Cork, which is great. So in Cork, we have the physical product in much stores. In the rest of the Ireland, it's mostly online. It's available through irishmalts.com, Celtic Whiskey Shop online, celticwhiskeyshop.com, and wineonline.ie, and drinkshero.com. And in Dublin, we are available physically in Celtic Whiskey Shop as well. So people are like, hey, look, we want to feel the product and get in. We never expected all this, so we need to kind of answer everyone's question, and also try to go and knock the door again on all shops and say, hey, look, can you list us in? So we just need to juggle both these things now. So it is challenging, but I what our idea is, just we soak in all this now and start focusing on what is more important and push the product more. So I think now there is a buzz that will give us an opportunity to get in more. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
You studied in TK?
I studied in TKM Institute of Technology.
Okay.
I did a BTech in IT, and I was working in IT for around 6 years in India, Chennai, mostly in 2 companies, and then I quit, and then I moved to Dublin. I did an MBA in project management, and I currently work as a program manager in one IT company here.
Dell, right? You work with Dell.
Yeah.
Now, because you are getting a huge reaction or response from people across the globe, especially from the Malayali community, and also the people from Ireland are talking, or rather going gaga about Maharani Gin. So do you think that the work from home scenario and the COVID has actually helped you to face your production and things in a better way?
I think it definitely helped. I currently work, I have currently three programs which I'm running in my current organization. So, and it's all based across different parts of the globe also: China, Malaysia, Brazil, US, Ireland, Europe. So it's kind of very challenging. But I think my work people kind of get it as well, because they kind of follow me in social medias, and they are also kind of seeing what is happening in real time. So they're accommodative. So, but let us see. But I think the more we go, I think it will be very challenging to manage both. And I don't want to quit a job, current job, unless and until we make a steady income
Yeah,
from our
yes,
business,
correct.
because we need to have a place to land back safely. And at the moment, I am kind of
Yeah.
doing it.
So
So
it is always
fingers
good to
crossed.
have a exit strategy or at least a fallback option in case things
Yes,
don't
yes. Or
go
else
good.
it's very hard, or else yeah.
Yes.
Rob is the main man behind all this, so I am actually the smiley face doing all the talk and taking away all his glory. So he has uh, like vast experience in distilling. So he does the production, and there is one lady who does the marketing and social medias as well. And then I kind of do the labeling part, because I love doing all those things, like repetitive stuff. I kind of love it. So, and even in the evening, I sit and do the label notes and all those stuff. In the home, I do after my work or in between my breaks and all those. So it is hard. But I think we can pull it through. But what we find now challenging is, right, our company email addresses are flooded, and even social medias, we receive a lot of Malayalam messages. So both Rob and our marketing person cannot read it, and I'm the only one who can read it. So we want to respond back. So it's quite challenging. I'm thinking maybe I should ask my brother or someone to handle it, just the Malayalam crowd, right? So
Yeah.
we can focus on things which is related to the production and all those things. So but it's challenging, but so far we are able to manage. But if the volume, as the sales volume gets high, I think we might need to start looking on outsourcing the bottling itself, because bottling manually is a tedious job. It is very hard. So, and also only 4 lines we have, like 4 bottles only we can fill at a
Okay.
time. So just imagine one batch is 1,000 bottles. So just the time is insane. So if the volume goes up, then maybe outsourcing is an option, possible option. So that way we can focus on the production, and bottling, labeling, it will be done, by the outsourced folks. So that way the demand can be met faster as well, and we can focus more on expanding our market base.
Great. And talking about Maharani Gin and the labeling that you have done, and you have explained in detail in terms of the logo and the color
Mm.
schemes that you have captured and all. So your story keeps coming up in the WhatsApp, this thing, especially from my Malayali friends. So they keep sending. അപ്പൊ അവര് പറഞ്ഞു അപ്പൊ അതിലിങ്ങനെ ഹൈക്യൂ എന്നൊക്കെ പറഞ്ഞിട്ട് എഴുതിയിട്ടുണ്ട്. അപ്പൊ ഇത് അടിച്ചാൽ നമ്മൾ ഫുൾ ആയിട്ട് ഹൈ ആയിട്ട് നമ്മൾ കിടപ്പാവും. So I told them that you'll have to wait and try the product and see how much you get out of
Our
it.
alcohol percentage is 41.
Okay.
So 41% അടിച്ചാ high ആവോ? ഒത്തിരി അടിച്ചാ high ആവും. You should bring responsibility.
I hope you keep getting the Katta support from Malayalis and
I
the
hope
Irish
so.
people
I hope
and
so. But the more hype we get, I'm also aware how mindset might change, because of women getting an attention overnight is something very. Yeah, let us see. I'm just trying to keep up the momentum going, and we have
yes.
a lot more to do. And I
And
just
I
want
look
to.
forward to the Irish rum which is coming out soon because I like the way Irish people talk about their crates and they say we are
Yes.
grand and slanty and things
Yeah,
like
we're
that.
grand and
Yes,
having a crack and all those stuff.
yes.
No,
So
I think rum, maybe we should position it such a way that it should click the same way it clicked to
yes,
Malayalis, right?
yes, yes,
Because Rob is from here, and it is
yes.
the product. We are making the product here, so we should have a similar thing for those folks also. Rum is the new gin, right? Because gin is like everyone is in gin, and rum is not much explored here. So I think rum has a huge market here, and I don't think there is much companies doing rum here. So there is a big thing which we could do, but we just want time to focus on building this, because Maharani is our brand. So we need to push her as much as we can and take our Rani to places before we